Hey, all you tubers out there, what's going on? Kind of excited today. I got something going on. I'm going to pick something up that I've been wanting for several years. I got a new adventure that I'm going to start doing on my way to my helpful hardware man and sporting goods store. So looking forward to picking this thing up and start working on it. New hobby. Pick up a kayak. I've been wanting one for several years, ever since I started camping back in 2020. Time we'd go to a state park or somewhere where they had a pond or a lake or something like that. I've been wanting a kayak for the last 4 years or so. So I went to the hardware store and they've got two left over. They're the Lifetime Tamarack Angler 100s. They're pretty cheap, basic. It's kind of a budget item, poor man's, I guess. But I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos of people that have them, and they have done a lot of things to them. There's a lot of things you can do to accessorize them and fix them up some. I mean, people's putting stabilizers on them and electric motors and all kind of things, boxes, anchors, a lot you can do with it. It's not an old town kayak. It's not $1,000, $2,000 kayak or a $5,000 outfit, but it's something to start off with. I'm 65. I don't even know if I can get in and out of it. It's kind of like I'm starting kind of like I did duck hunting about 15 years ago or so. I went with this guy that was half my age. I'd never been duck hunting before, wading out into the swamp in the hip deep water. And I talked to a couple of guys about my age, and they're like, well, before you invest a lot of money into that, I would try it a few times because it's a young man's game. I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not that bad a shape. I think I can do it. So I've done it a couple of times. I bought a cheap pair of waders. I had a shotgun. It wasn't a bird gun, but I used what I had. I went a couple of times, and after a couple of times of getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning and getting set up and going out there and putting on the waders and wading through and breaking ice and falling in the water, and then we get out there and ducks are flying for about 20 minutes or so, and it's like, okay, we can go now. I'm like, yeah, this isn't for me. Yeah, I don't mind putting a lot of effort into something, but I want some results from it too. I don't want to have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do all that to shoot at a bird for 20, 30 minutes. Like, no, that's not my thing. So with this, it may be the same. I'm 65, so I'm not as limber as I used to be. I don't know if I can get in and out of this thing. They're real low. The one that I'm going to pick up today, it really doesn't have a seat in it. I have to add a lot of stuff to it to get it to where I can use it. but it's a basic entry-level kayak, and I want to pick it up. 300 bucks. It was $349, and I'll come up here and talk to them. It's something they had left over from last summer, and they got 2 left, and they marked them down to $349. Now I looked at YouTube, and some of these channels that I looked at, you know, they go back 5, 6, 7 years, and they were getting them back then for $200, $250 for this same brand and model. I don't know if they've went up that much in, you know, 5 to 7 years. I suppose so, like everything else has. But I looked on Amazon, and I come up here yesterday, and the guy told me, he said, yeah, we then knocked $100 off of it. It's supposed to be $449 or $439, and it knocked $100 off of it. I think it's listed, they got the price tag $349, and he gave me a lower price than that, and I said, can you do better than that? And he said, well, $299.99, $300, that's the best I can do. So I went home and I looked on Amazon, and the same product, the same kayak, same model and everything is, they were $495, and some of them, the same one, I guess from different suppliers, they was a couple of $100 more than that. And I watched a guy on YouTube this morning that had put something up last year and said you could contact the company, the manufacturer, and get seconds for a good price. I think he said you could still get them for $250, but they're seconds. They're not perfect. They're still good, but they're not perfect. So we're talking about a $50 difference, even if I could call the manufacturer and get one shipped and all of that. So I think $300 is reasonable. I'm going to have to do a lot of things to it to make it fit me and to make it comfortable for me at my age, to try to get in and out a little bit easier. I might end up putting stabilizers on it. I even contemplating putting an electric motor on the back. I've seen guys do that. You know, I don't know, but it's a clean slate, an empty slate that I think I can do a lot of things with. That'll give me something to do this spring to get it ready, and I might do a little fishing. Nothing else, I'll do some kayaking. I'll just boat around, just scoot around. But I've never been a real big fisherman. I'm not a pro or anything like that. I've not been a real big bass fisher. When I was younger, I used to fish in a little muddy river near my home, and mostly catfish, brim, redbreast, things like that. So, all right, well, let's go in here and see what we can do. Get this thing loaded up and get it back to the house. These are the 2 right here. Grab somebody from inside to get it paid for and loaded up. All right, guys, gals, we're back. I done got this transaction done, got it loaded up, got it back to the house. And like I say, I don't know if this was a good deal or not. These have been outside, kind of weathered. They look still, you know, they look like they're in good condition. But they've been out a while. You can tell that they're kind of dirty. Like I said, the ones I looked at on Amazon, they were like $4.95 or something like that. And the price tag they had on this was $4.39 regular price, or $4.49, and you had it on sale. They had discounted it down to $3.49. I talked them down to $299.99, $300. So let me know if you think that's a good deal or not. I don't know. I've never had a kayak. I've never owned a boat. All my fishing has been, what little bit of fishing I've done growing up was from the bank of the river or the ponds. A few times friends invited me out on boats. local lakes around here, and I went out with them. But I'm by no means a professional boater, kayaker, or anything like that, or fisherman for that fact. Just something I've been wanting to do the last 4 years, kind of get into that hobby. If I don't do nothing but just paddle around the lakes, the local lakes and creeks around here, will be fun. But if I can get this thing rigged up to do a little bit of fishing, learn how to operate it and how to rig it up to my specifications, what I need as a 65-year-old man. I don't know if I can get down low and squat and all that, but I got it in the bed of the truck, so let's look at it a minute. Like I say, it's dirty. I just got it home. Something I noticed when I went to pick it up that I didn't really notice yesterday. And this is a Tamarack Triton Angler 100. It's 10-foot long kayak. It's the basics. It's just basics. I'm going to have to do something with the seating on this. This is not going to work for me. I'm going to have to get a stadium seat or some kind of seat that's going to be a lot more comfortable than just sitting on this plastic. The ones I've seen on YouTube and on websites and stuff, they come with some kind of little styrofoam. I wouldn't even call it a pad, but this one doesn't have that. And when I asked them at the store, loading it up, did it come with any paddles or any? Nope, don't come with any paddles. And the other thing that I didn't realize that until I went to get it to load it up, it doesn't have the pole inserts. And this is called an angler. So I don't understand. There's nowhere on this thing to put your rod and reels. So that's no deal. That's no deal breaker. I looked them up on Amazon. You can get those those rod holders for like $5. So that's no big deal. I can add that. I've seen people on YouTube add trolling motors to them, build mounts and put trolling motors, stabilizers coming off of here to make it a little more stable. I might look into doing something like that. There's a lot of things that I see I can do with it. And well, why did I get this specific one? Well, they didn't have any more in stock. There's only had 2 and they were the same model, same color. The big reason I got this because I had gift cards from Ace Hardware Store, and this is where this come from, an Ace Hardware Store. So I had some gift cards and some money from Christmas that people had given me. And so I went in, and most of that, those cards in Christmas gifts bought this. So it was almost free to me. Now, one of the cards I found in an old birthday card and it had a $35, it's $30 or $35 card. And I took it down there and it wouldn't work. I don't know. I mean, do they expire? Now, it had the ticket with it, and it was from 2020, December the 9th of 2020. So it was something that was given to me on my birthday. So I took that down there, and that one did not work. So that's a little over 4 years ago. To me, it don't matter how old the card is, it should work. If you put money on that card should work, to me, my opinion, indefinitely. So I questioned a girl about it there. I have the receipt. She said, well, we don't deal with that. You'll have to call the number, blah, 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 blah. And that's just aggravating to get a card like that, even though, yes, it's 4 years, a little over 4 years old. It should still be good. Anyway, all said and done, it put me out about $60 out of my pocket. So it's not a bad deal. I mean, was it a good deal? $300 for the kayak. I don't know, maybe I didn't steal it, but I don't think it was bad. I mean, you know, I don't know. What do you think? Share your thoughts and opinions with me. But it only cost me $60. So, hey, you know, if I get in it and I can paddle around the ponds and lakes here and have a good time with it, that's all. I mean, and this will let me know if it's something that I can do. I didn't have the money to go out and buy $1,000, $2,000 kayak or anything like that. This is something I could do, and this will let me know if it's something that I can do in the future. And if it is, I enjoy it and I can do this, you know, for an extended period of time and have some fun with it. That's what I'll do. And maybe I'll upgrade, you know, maybe I'll get something a little bigger, more stable, a little better, more accessories. Who knows? I mean, this is kind of an adventure for me, a new adventure. I've never owned a boat. I've never owned a kayak or anything like that. Like I said, I've had a few friends and people that's let me go fishing with them a time or two on the lakes. Not many times of that. Not many. That hasn't happened many times. But hey, this is a new adventure, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited to get this thing out and get it fixed up like I want it, accessorize it, and do some things to it. That'll be a fun part of it right there. Just piddling with it and working with it, and see what I can do with it, and see if I can get it to where I can enjoy it. But anyway, it's still cold here in South Carolina. We had some snow this past Wednesday. This is Friday. Most of the snow is melted. There's a little bit left on the rooftops and little spots scattered where there's shaded areas. But you know, I'm ready for some warmer weather. It's supposed to warm up a little bit next week. I think it's supposed to get like in the 60s. I'm looking forward to that. So as the weather gets warmer and I can get this thing out on the water somewhere, on a pond or something, I'm going to start working on this in the next few weeks and get this thing set up and see what I can do with my new hobby and my new adventure. So just stay tuned and see what I do with this thing and what I learn about it, and we'll see where it goes. But anyway, you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.